Hey everyone, it's Kristen and Sarah today. Sarah is joining us live from Tucson.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to just stop in. Kristen was gracious enough to let me come join her for a few before she breaks out her beads for her project, and just do a little chatting. How are you today, Chris?
I actually have a little stomach thing going on, so not great, but hopefully it's just today.
Yeah, and it passes quickly.
Yes, exactly. But I maybe it's a little FOMO for you and all of our
So,
friends feeling
I
sad.
mean, I feel at a loss because I'm definitely missing my Tucson sidekick.
Mhm.
Although I'm kind of your sidekick as well. My Tucson
It's true.
partner is probably a better term. Yeah, it has been interesting. It has been fun, but it would be way more fun if you were here. So I have been missing you so much. I keep sending Kristen pictures every time I see a mushroom
Yeah.
of any
So
kind.
I'm there in mushroom spirit.
I've seen it in glass. I've seen them in metal. I've seen them in wood.
The mushrooms are taking
I've
over.
seen them everywhere. So there are definitely plenty of mushrooms to be found in Tucson.
Right.
Today I'm feeling a little worn out. I've been here several days, so I'm kind of taking it slow. I had coffee with one of the locals who used to help us here when we had our own booth, because I'm planning something for next year and I'm going to need some local assistance. I wanted to meet with her, and she's just a joy to spend time with anyway. So I had coffee with her by the pool, and that was pretty awesome. And did a little shopping for some of our kits. And I'm working on some goodie bags from Tucson in 4 different colorways that are going to launch very soon after I get home. So I was getting some last little bits and pieces for those.
Oh,
I think they're coming together really well. There's a beautiful turquoise colored kit. There's a beautiful cream colored kit. I also have a dark blue and a purple. So I
oh,
think
you
they'll be
picked all
really,
the perfect colors. That's awesome.
I
I
know. I
saw a
think
little
they're really
sneak
pretty.
peek this morning of some of the things she gathered, and you guys are not going to want to miss them because they're really pretty and
It is
very.
tiring. It is a lot of fun too, though. You're right, Dana. It's a little bit of both. So I came back to the room after doing some shopping, and I had packed myself a little project
Yay!
bag. I was like, what if I have like a little bit of time and I just want to sit and do some beading? And so I was going to show you what I put in there. I put the leftovers of my star-crossed lover design kit
Here,
in
I'll
there,
pop you on the big screen so they can see what you've got in your goodie
which
bag.
was perfect because I didn't have a necklace today. And so
Oh,
I
and
was
that goes
able,
perfect with your dress.
I know, because it's roses and there's these beautiful red roses and hearts um
Oh,
in
I
the
like how you put that little connector piece in the center like that.
I know, yeah, it could be used as a two-strand connector. But which I mean, this is two strands connecting together, but more traditionally. But I
Hmm.
thought, oh, it could make a really nice Y necklace for the dress that I'm wearing today. So I took those out and did that. I had kept the wire that was in the kit with it. I put a little bead tray in, although I ended up using my new
Oh,
ceramic tray that I got here in Tucson,
that's so
from
beautiful.
one of my favorite ceramic artists. Isn't that pretty? It's
Yes.
got
Oh my gosh.
yellow, it's got
It's
lighting,
so pretty.
got dark blue. It's very pretty. So, but I brought a tray just in case that was really light. And then I brought crimping pliers and cutters. And I threw in, because I wasn't sure, would I buy something and bead or would I bead with the kit that I already had? I don't know. So I just brought every diameter in soft touch. It's like you can't go
Oh,
wrong.
that's a smart choice.
Yeah. because then I can do diamonds. I heard this morning listening to Candy that she's stringing up some diamonds on very fine soft touch. I was
Oh,
going to take mine and give it to her tonight. I might see her tonight, so I was going to pack it in my. I should do that. Pack it in my purse and give it to her.
oh,
But
that's a good idea.
yeah, she was thinking about doing some diamonds or rubies or sapphires because you run into those things here, all the way up to like big African beads and, Afghanistan beads, things that are really heavy duty and take a lot of weight. And that I would use the O2 for. So it's like, okay, I'll just have a little bit of everything. And then if I want to make something on the fly with what I bought, I won't feel like I don't have what I need. And
That's
they all
awesome.
fit perfectly in my
Little
little
carry
notebook
bag.
bag with Kristen's artwork on it. We're gonna have to make more of these, Kristen. What did you guys love this little bag? Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, we
Um,
can we can make more of those. Yeah,
in a different type, maybe. They're just
maybe.
so nice. They're so thick and like my cutters can go in it, but I don't have to worry about them cutting through, even traveling.
I know, because it's like a nice thick canvas bag.
Yeah, no, it's the perfect size for me.
Yeah, I agree. I use it for, I
Sale
actually
anymore,
keep
but
all of my little wires and stuff in there because I'm always like, I need headphones, I need this charger, I need that, so I
um,
actually
when you
have
said
it.
wires, I thought you meant Soflex wires, but they wouldn't all fit in there.
They wouldn't all fit in there. No, I
No.
need a bigger container for that.
Although all the electrical cord wires probably need a bigger container than that
I
too.
know, but I'm always moving from like room to room, so it's like a great way to just grab the bag and I have my headphones in there. I have all my different chargers, and I'm like, oh, that's so it's easy to kind of go from place to place with them. Liz says that bag is
Perfectly.
perfect for so many things,
I
and Roberta
know. We should make more
shares
of
that
them.
they're really pretty. Nancy loves hers. Kelly says, yes, your moth, Kristen. You want my moth on the bag?
Oh, the moth. That would
I've
be
got it.
fun.
I've got it in here now. It's just back there.
Ooh, that would be a pretty one.
That
I
would be
like
really
that.
pretty. That would be a
Might
fun
have to
one.
do that before Customer Appreciation Week. Have like maybe a couple different options.
Yeah,
They're just gorgeous and great to use for traveling.
right.
So things are going
Awesome.
here. We're moving and shaking, except for today where I'm more like laying down and putting my feet up.
When did you get there? How many days is it now?
It hasn't been that many, but I
It's
feel
just so
like
intense. It's
we
just
went
such an intense experience.
we went hardcore those first
Yeah.
3 days. Like, I'm worn out. I think Scott went to go get like a skincare treatment at one of the
He was like, I need some beauty time.
they even have skincare treatments in the tents. Like they have everything in Tucson. They have
Yeah.
fossils and lights and I mean it blows your mind and it does get a little overwhelming. I noticed I got the most done yesterday. I think the first 2 days I was just sort of in shock still, even though I've been here a million times. I was
I
like,
know. It takes a
all
little
the lights,
while.
the noise. But I got a lot done yesterday, and so I'm feeling pretty good. I got to see Nilay. I spent the whole afternoon with Nilay yesterday, and then we went to dinner together as well. I
Oh,
gotten to see a lot of good friends, Jill Wiseman and John Kubrick, who we just had on for our live sales. And we'll have more of his beads on this coming Thursday. I have gotten to see Sam and Shira, and I've gotten to see Anne Garden. I've gotten to see so many good
I saw you saw
Blonde,
Gail, I think the first
Gail.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see Gail. Just so many good friends that I've known forever. I even saw someone, you guys. We used to do this show here in Tucson called The Roadway. And it was one of those shows here in Tucson where they take like an old motel with the doors on the outside, not the hotel with the doors on the inside. And people would flip the beds up and make each room into its own little store. And then they put a big tent in the parking lot. And we were there probably the first 12 years I worked for Softflex. I mean, a long time.
Hmm.
And it was a 3-week show, and I mostly stayed at that show as like the manager of that booth. And it was one of the best shows as a 20 some year old, because there were people from all over the world and they surrounded me, completely. There were African traders, there were Afghani traders, there were pearl dealers, there was a guy from Austria, there were people from India, and like you could go 360 and it would be the entire world around you. So that show closed down a while ago, and I had been thinking how when I was there at that age, I was like, oh, this show will never change. It's always exactly the same. It smells the same. It looks the same. Like everyone is always in their spot the same. And
Right.
all of a sudden it was just
Gone.
gone. So I'm
Hmm.
walking through the gem mall, and there are like 12 dealers from that show who surrounded the Softflex booth, who band together to stay in the same area in the gem
Oh,
mall. And one of them was a very good friend of mine that I hadn't seen in years. And he immediately was like, "Oh, Sarah." It's like seeing family, like I had spent so
yeah.
much
Yeah.
time with
12
these
years is a
people.
long time, year after year. And
Yeah,
it's such an interesting, I mean, all bead shows, you get to see people, but I feel like a 3-week show in
there's a lot of
Tucson in a
downtime.
tent
Yeah, there's a
has
lot of
its
downtime.
own unique thing. And then you really, yeah, you make lifelong friendships with people. And
That's where I first started eating like food from Afghanistan and food from India, because everybody ate their different kinds of food and they would share it with you and they would tell you their favorite things they were eating. And I just learned so much.
yeah,
But I thought it was so funny that they all stuck
we're in the
together.
same, so
They're
whenever that show closed, they moved over and stayed together. That's
And it
so
wasn't because
cool.
they're like all Afghanis or they're all African. It was like some African traders, some people from Afghanistan, some people from America, some people from Czech Republic, like they all still just knew each other and had done business next to each other for so long they wanted to stay together. And I don't know, I guess that story is kind of the heart of Tucson. It's not just
Yeah,
like the gems and the minerals, it's so much the people, and like the
true.
relationships that you build and the things that you get to do and see when you're here. That only happens during the gem and mineral show. It's like a circus,
Yeah,
like if you come to Tucson 6 months from now, it's going to feel completely different than if you're here when all these other like lovely people are here too.
it's
Um,
such a circus.
It's
That's such
a circus.
that's such a good way of describing it.
Mhm.
And it's just really, I always tell people it's just not, it's something like you've never seen before, because you just pull into town and it's like all of a
Amazing.
sudden there's just stuff everywhere. There's like
Yeah.
tents, there's motels, there's hotels, there's conference rooms, there's pop-ups, there's like, it's just
Incredible.
everywhere. Incredible.
Yeah.
And if you go out to lunch, like people are talking and like bringing their products out at the table next to you. And if you go, like you just see it, it's just such an immersive experience. It's
And
kind of
it's
wild.
like the gemstone from the ground all the way to the finest of jewelry
Right.
and
Right. So the raw
everything in
rock,
between.
super raw,
Mhm.
all the way to the super fine. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
And
everything in between.
it's pretty incredible. Do you miss being here? I mean, this is the first
Yeah.
year you
Yeah.
have
Because even
lived in
last
Arizona.
year, we didn't go, Softflex didn't go last year, but I did go for the day and just kind
Yeah.
of tool around a little bit. So this is probably
Right.
the first time in many years that I'm just not even there at all for it. And yeah,
Ah,
that's kind of strange.
it's
I was
way
looking through
better.
pictures this weekend because I was just doing a picture, cleanup anyway. And I came across a bunch of pictures from Tucson when we were both there together last. And
That was
um,
fun.
It was fun. I was like, oh, there's some good pictures in here that we probably should refer back to.
Speaking of skincare, Scott would probably really like the shea butter that you usually get. Were you getting that in the African Village?
I get that at the African Village. Yeah. I usually get my shea butter there. Yeah, I haven't had that in a while either.
Mm.
And that's just real, just raw. It's just, there's nothing else in it, really. It's just shea butter. Some of them have the palm oil in there too. And some of them are just straight shea butter.
I'll ask him if he wants to check it out. The owner of Softlex, he was not the one who loved the beads. Mike was the one who loved the beads, and is more of the accounting,
Business side of things. Yeah.
thing. So he's been kind of funny. He's been enjoying seeing people, but he's not like gonna look at a bead table,
And
for
get all Mike would get
hours.
like,
Yeah.
oh, Mike
He's
would just
definitely
be
looking for the alternative things to do,
doing.
like shopping for presents and stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah. Because you do see a lot of gifty items too. Like it runs the gamut, right? Like there's definitely some really fun gifty stuff you see. And it's super cool. It's overwhelming, but a lot of fun. And it's definitely something that all beaders should hopefully get to experience one time in their life because it's pretty special.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to take over your whole show. I know you're going to have the best time beading today with the Star-Crossed Lovers Kit. There aren't very many left.
No, there's only about a dozen.
Like the necklace that I made, or you like what Kristen ends up making today, make sure you nab one soon. I was checking out inventory earlier, and we're getting a little low.
And stay tuned for those Tucson goodie bags Sarah's making because I don't know when they'll go up, but probably pretty soon. And they're really pretty, and you'll get a little piece of Tucson. And I think that you're doing a great job checking things out without me.
It's not the same, but I carry on. I'll carry the torch.
Yeah. All right. Well, put your feet up, take a little rest, get yourself some coffee if you've got round 2 to get to, and say hi to all of our friends when you see them later. Tell them that I miss them all. And
I will. I'm going to the Great Bead Extravaganza Tucson get together tonight. So see a few more friends, and then tomorrow morning we have a meeting, and then we head out. So I'm excited to get back to my kiddos.
And speaking of that, we've got a live sale happening on Thursday this week. And if you got our email, you know that I put on there, we are doing free shipping in February for all of our live sales.
Yes. Yeah. We have, we're going to do a live sale every Thursday this month, 1 p.m. Pacific. It will not this week, but eventually in the coming weeks have our Tucson finds in it. And you get free shipping all weekend long. So we won't have to refund shipping. We can combine orders. You can order more than once. Some of you sometimes order like 4 times over the weekend. So it'll just make it a little easier. We're kind of testing out to see what that's like. So make sure you're with us on these coming Thursdays if you want to save on shipping and shop your little hearts out on our Tucson selection.
Yeah, get on our text message list and you will have notifications of when we go live, or get on our email list and you'll also get notifications of when we have the sales. So,
yeah.
And Kelly, that is just US shipping, correct?
I'm going to be back on Wednesday. I will see you. I can't believe it. I'm going to be here on Wednesday. Is it with Becky?
It is. We have Becky Foster on Wednesday joining us for a beading party.
Yeah, we'll be with Becky Foster on Wednesday, and then live sale on Thursday. And then is Joyce doing Spill the Beats on Friday this week?
I think she said she is. Yeah. So I got to put her stream up. So she did it. She didn't do it last week. She did it the week before. I think we're going to try every other week and see if that is doable for her.
So that is 4 lives this week. Lots of stuff to do.
Keeping you guys busy out there.
Keeping you busy. Yeah. All right. I love all of you guys.
Thanks for joining us, Sarah. Have fun. We miss you. Get lots of beads for us.
I'm working on it. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh, wasn't that a nice surprise? I'm going to pop out my headphones. Just because I don't need them in if I don't have a guest, and it's a little more fun to not have them in. All right, so I'm playing with the Star-Crossed Lovers kit. That's what I got on my bead table today. I should probably share what our sale is, since we kind of didn't go over that right at the beginning. It's free beads this week. Get a double rainbow bead strand free with your order over $59 or more. It's $11.95 value. Just enter the coupon code COLORFUL, all one word, and it's not valid with any other order discounts. It ends tomorrow. Oh, it's supposed to end tomorrow. I have the wrong date in there. Sorry about that. But it technically ends February 5th at 12 a.m. So really it's tomorrow. And it's really pretty. It goes along with our double rainbow kit, which is our newest mystery kit that we just launched last week, and we still have plenty of those available. The kit I'm going to be playing with right now is our Star-Crossed Lovers kit. It's our Valentine's Day kit, and we've only got about a dozen of these left. So let me go ahead and switch down to my beading table. I know, I'm the same way, Nancy. I can only wear headphones for so long. And I've tried all different kinds of headphones, but it's like, it's just, after a while, it just bothers my ears, right? So what do I got here? I've got my contents of the kit, which came with our Pro Econoflex gold color medium diameter wire. It's 49 strands, really pretty gold color. I've got these lovely large, I don't know if they're considered like a seed bead, pony bead kind of a thing, but they have a nice big hole. They're check glass in these black and then some clear fire polish. And then I was playing with these star ceramic beads that came in the kit. I don't know if I was thinking a bracelet. So it's very comfortable, a nice simple bracelet. But I was also thinking about doing like a 2-strand in the front necklace with these little findings that came in the kit. This is what Sarah used for her Y necklace. She turned it around this way, connected her wire onto each of the loops there, and then did the dangle below, and that looked really pretty. I'm also playing with the little crown beads and those sweet little ceramic crown and heart beads that came in this kit. They're just so cute. I think we'll make a little earring for that too. I didn't open up my mix. We actually just sold out of the mix separately, so you can only get it in the kit if you want it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not on this design, because if I decide to do 2 strands, I was thinking this one could be the bottom. I'm going to move some stuff around here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Move this up a little bit. There we go. I was thinking this one could be the bottom, and maybe these pinch beads and these little red beads could be the shorter strand. I thought that would be pretty. Maybe I'll string them up and see how I like it. These pinch beads are black with like a hematite on one side. So it's kind of a silver, but it's a little darker than a bright silver. So it's called hematite on there. Pretty. But they'll have a really nice little sparkle, won't they? Let's see how many we have of these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 18 of them. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 of the pinch beads. So that would mean 6 of them would not have a bead in between. So if I did 3 and 3, and then I could kind of do every other bead right there, that could be pretty. Let's see how that strings up. But you guys seem to really like this kit. It's a very pretty Valentine's Day kit. I love the black and white and red. And the little crowns are so cute. We've got the little ceramic crowns that you can buy some of these individually too if you want some more. I think we are just about sold out of the little hearts. We also have some more of the little stars. And I don't know if you saw Randy's video. I think it was in our Saturday email and also in our Friday blog roundup. But she used her Sizzix machine to create a whole bunch of texture on here, and that looked so cool. You could probably take a hammer and just hammer in some texture, and that would work out really well too. Thinking I might want to give that a try, although I did not, I don't think I brought the hammer with me here, so I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that unless I just grab a regular old hammer, but that might not be as good for my hand and my wrist. So I just strung 3 of the pinch beads, and now I'm going to do every other bead with these little red. These are like a matte finish AB. And we still have some of our Galentine's event kits left that we are doing that event with our friends over at Jesse James Beads. You can grab the supply kit from us. You can grab the bead kit from Jesse James Beads. And we've got 4 fun designers coming to hang out with us and share some design ideas with you. We've got Brittany Shavers, and we've got Jennifer Miller and Deb Floros and Rachel Malice. All fantastic designers. Going to make some really pretty stuff. The beads in that kit are super cool. Very different than the red and black. Very different from the red and black in this kit. So it's like, and we did that on purpose. We didn't want you to have 2 Valentine's kits that were similar. We wanted to make sure that they kind of had different feelings, different colorway. So totally different vibe on the Galentine's kit. Oh, Dana says, or you can get really wild and use a rock. That might be what I need. That's something that's accessible to me. So I might have to try that. So I was going to do something with these today, and I decided, you know what, let me wait a minute and see if there's something that I can figure out to make some texture on there. Randy, yeah. So Cynthia says that was so cool what Randy did. Now I have to buy new tools. I know. I've never had any. I never had a Sizzix. I don't know. But that was really fun to see. I was glad she did that. I can't believe we're in February and that Tucson is happening and I'm not there. Being in, oh, sorry, just got a phone call from my son. He might call back. I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. But yeah, being in Arizona, usually I can kind of hop, skip, and a jump get down there. So definitely missing that this year. I know a lot of our friends have been going live from there as well, which is a lot of fun. We might have to do something like that next year. This was a little bit of a last minute decision for Sarah and Scott to go, and I'm so glad that they were able to. Hey, Zach, we have Damien here in the behind the scenes helping us out. So happy to have Damien back this week. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on the back end of this necklace, but for now I'm just focusing on the front. Did I count it correctly? What did I miss? It seems I still have two more left over. I don't know if I need them or not because it might be too long. I could put them on the first strand though. Let's go ahead and cut this one free. Put this aside and let's see what our measurements are for these strands. So this one is 6.5. And this one, yeah, this looks like it might be a little too long. This one is almost 7. And I was thinking about this one being the shorter one. Just felt like it fits better in this shorter one. So I'm going to go ahead and take off, maybe I'll take off 2 on each side. And let's see where that lands. That is now 6 inches. And so in this case, I've just got the pinch beads and those little red beads every other one. Let's see if this will lay okay. I might have to add, maybe I'll just add some of these pinch beads onto the longer strand. And see how that will feel. Yeah, I think that'll work. It'll just give just a little space in between. You could even do something like that if you wanted to. you wanted to have more space and make this one a little bit longer, that'd be cute. Okay, I'm going to put a bead stopper on one side of these, and then I'm going to attach the other side. I'll do the smaller strand on the inside and then the larger strand on the outside. So where are my crimps? I think we got, yeah, here they are. We got some of our black oxidized sterling silver crimp tubes in this kit. This is 2x2 millimeter. And I am going to use my magical crimper because it's the only crimper I've got. So we're going to make that one work. Go through the one side, back through my crimp. Zach's just getting up from a power nap. That sounds nice. I think that's why my stomach hurts a little bit today, because I did not sleep all that well. And that tends to happen to me if I don't have a good night's sleep. I get stomach gets a little funky. Trim that off and slide these beads down. And now I'll do my next one on the outside. Nancy did that earlier too. You guys are all just taking nice power naps today. That kind of day, huh? I got to see our friend Christy Friesen yesterday. We went, she came and picked me up, and we had a fun day at this place called the Sacred Garden that has a little labyrinth. We walked around. It has a lot of plants. So we oohed and ahed over all of the plants. And then we grabbed some lunch in a little downtown area. And that was lovely. I haven't seen her since before the holidays. Nancy says she's on seasonal layoff and she will be useless when she goes back to work. You're getting used to your midday naps, are you? Okay, one side down. And what did I do? There we go. Is that right? Is that not sitting right? I might have let my wires cross. Let me see. I might want to redo that one. So when you're crimping, sometimes you got to pay attention to how your wires are laying before you crimp, because it will affect how it lays flat. And I'm curious if I just made them too tight. Maybe I made the loops like way too small. That could be too. Okay, all right, they're doing okay. But those are some things to look at when you're stringing like this. Are my loops big enough to move around? They seem like they're okay. And I'll just be a little more careful on the other side to make sure I make my wires more parallel before I crimp. So I want this one to go on the inside. So bring my wire back down through my crimp and try and keep it parallel so that they're not crisscrossing as I pull it through. And did I put it on? It goes this way. Okay, so you need a little space between your beads and your crimp. You need to make sure your wires are parallel in your crimp and make sure your loops are similar to what you did your first time. So a couple things to think about on that second strand. And then I'm ready. I'm ready to crimp. One reason why your first crimp is a little easier than your second crimp a lot of the time because you don't have to think about all of the matching all the details. I am using the Pro Econoflex. I'm using the Star-Crossed Lovers Kit. So I'm using all the beads and wire that came in that kit. And yes, it is Pro Econoflex in the gold color, medium diameter. And now what to do about the back end, huh? So here's the front of my necklace. Take a look at it up close. It's real pretty. Got those ceramic star beads in there, a lot of black and red. And then I don't know what to do about the back. So you can just add some chain. You can do some of the gold wire just on its own and make it real simple. Or you can bust open your mix and play with that and add some on the back. Might be fun to incorporate some of these antique brass bits, right? Thanks, Becky. I always feel like when I see like red, black, and gold, I end up with like a regally looking, like kind of regal looking design, right? Just sort of happens. I will say though, these are super fun. These remind me of that interior, or I should say product designer. What's her name? Oh, Mackenzie Child. These remind me of Mackenzie Child. I know they're like Harlequin, but that's what I always think about when I see these kind of checkerboard pieces. I remember the first time I went into like a fancy home store and I saw a bunch of Mackenzie Child's like plates and teacups and all that stuff. And I just was enamored with it because I was like, oh my gosh, these are just so fun and colorful. And it just made me so happy to see that kind of thing in like a fancy in a fancy store. Let's see here. So these we have these really pretty antique brass. I don't know if you can tell on here, roses, which I think would be a lovely complement to this design. Ooh. There's an interesting sound outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it almost sounds like a warning, like have you had like a flood warning or something? I've never heard that before. Do I have one more of those? These are my favorite too. I think they're called urchin spacer beads, and I always love when we get these. Sherry, yeah, that also reminded you of Mackenzie Child's look with the checkerboard and the crowns. I'm gonna have to put those together. Definitely gonna have to put those together. So I don't know if I'm going to string the back end. I'm just sort of playing right now with what I might do. Like I think these deeper red color beads could be nice back here. And then these black barrels or yeah, or there's rondelles too. Black barrels or black rondelles. Yeah, or what does it mean? I know. Well, I do have a fire department very close to us, and we sometimes hear that. So I'm wondering if that's where it's coming from. I don't hear it anymore, but it was definitely like not a normal fire truck sound. It was more. Are there two different color reds in these? I think there are. It looks like there's a darker one and a brighter one. So be careful with that to make sure, because I just noticed that now. Take the brighter one out and leave the darker ones up here, I think. And then these, I definitely would like to play with these and the crowns. I think that would be great. I don't know, maybe the hearts. There's those gold hearts too. So fun. But let's make this little earring because I think this is adorable and I want to make this earring. So let's make this little earring together and I'll play with this. Sherry says, go see what the warning is. I know I don't hear it anymore. Which is good. I don't know what it was, but I think if I still heard it, it would be a little more disconcerting. But I don't hear it anymore, so I don't know. I'm using the 22 gauge Softlex craft wire gold silver plated color. Just cut a little bit of that. About 3 inches. And I'm going to use my round nose pliers to make a little loop all the way close as the tip as I can, because that's like the smallest spot possible. And then I'll use my chain nose pliers to start a little spiral. So I'm just holding that inside my pliers and slowly pushing the wire up towards the tip of the plier to get that little spiral action. And let me check my first spiral. You want it to be about the same. And then I'm going to take it and pop my wire straight up so that I've got a little spiral head pin at the bottom. Use one of these sweet little ceramic hearts and then the ceramic crown on top. And then I'll probably just try and straighten this out just a little bit so it feels in line. And then you just make your normal wrapped loop at the top. I'm going to turn my wire towards me, grab a hold of my round nose pliers, go up and around, switch my position of my hand, create my loop, and then with the leftover wire, I will wrap it down towards the crown. And if I have more left over, I can kind of go back up, continue with a messy wrap, or you can trim it off. Oh, is there a tsunami watch right now? It did sound like that. That is what I was thinking. Oh my gosh. Well, I am up at higher elevation, so that's good. But that is sort of what that's what I thought when I heard it. I was like, that sounds like that woo, like tsunami sound. I will have to go check it out. I didn't get anything on my phone though. I know in the past I've gotten, oh, there's no warning. Okay, thank you. I read that wrong. Thanks, Becky. Because I said, I know in the past, if I had anything like the flooding or anything like that, it would show up on my phone too. And then I just attached it to that black ear wire, which I think works out pretty well because you've got the black of the crown. So that's pretty cool. So cute. These are really, really cute. I am on a hill. Yeah, I'm up at higher elevation. I love those too. I always love such cute earrings, and I find I really like to get kind of fun with earrings too, like something like this that's got like a little whimsy to it is always so cute in earrings. So I'm going to finish up the back side of this on my own and probably use these beads that I pulled out here, the dark red barrels, the little black rondelles, and these rosy or flower antique brass spacers to finish out my necklace. And of course, lots and lots of more stuff to play with. Lots and lots of stuff in this kit. So grab them while you can, just about a dozen left. And once they're gone, they're gone. Our newest kit is the double rainbow kit. So that's the one that's a mystery right now until the last Wednesday of the month when Sarah will reveal what is in that one. Stay tuned for our Tucson bags, our Tucson goodie bags with a couple of different colorways coming. We'll see when we can get those up, maybe after Sarah gets back. And join us this week for our live sale on Thursday. And last but not least, we've got our free beads, double rainbow bead strand with your order over $59 or more. Just enter that coupon code colorful, and that ends tomorrow, Tuesday, February 4th at midnight Pacific time. It's not valid with any other order discounts, and it's while supplies last. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for a bit today, and a nice sweet surprise from Sarah. Hanging out in Tucson. I know she's doing a lot of fun bead shopping for all of you. Can't wait to see all of the good stuff she brings back for us. Definitely going to be gloriously, elegantly made. Yes, Zach. I think it's going to be a real elegant, pretty design. I'm excited about it. Let's see how the front looks. So it'll be nice and simple, two-stranded in the front. I like that. And it has those really pretty ceramic stars in there, which stars are one of my symbols of the year. So I'm excited to have another star design. I've been wearing these earrings so much. They've been really fun to, they kind of go with everything, the blue and the white. So I've been throwing them on almost every day. So it'll be fun to have another star design that I can wear to remind me of my symbol of the year. Thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to tune in on Wednesday. We've got Becky here with us, and she's going to be doing a really great design. I'm going to have that stream up a little bit later today, so you guys can get a sneak peek of what she's going to be working on. She'll be with Sarah at 3 p.m. With the beading party, and then we'll have our live sale, like I said, on Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, free shipping on all of our live sales for the month of February. And then Joyce will be back on Friday, and she's going to be doing something with the Star-Crossed Lovers kit as well. So you'll get another design inspiration idea with this kit on Friday from Joyce, and she's live in the morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you all real soon. Bye.